Good morning, guys. Trader Joe, back for another stream. As always, wife and kids are sleeping, so we'll try to keep the volume down. We got an announcement coming. It's going to be calendar PPI, PCE, Consumer Price Index. It's going to drop in 40 seconds. I'm not going to actually put on any trades, but just want to be here for it. So here we are. Going to have a longer stream today. We've had some run up into this announcement, so we'll see if this was all just what people might call a fake move or a Judas swing. We're still in the pattern of lower highs. We put in a lower low yesterday, but now we're contracting here. So the expectation would be to see some expansion. News is out. Not a big reaction. So probably just came still pending, came out as expected. Personal income and spending came out better than expected. Canadian GDP is better than expected, so we are pushing this high. Up about 30 points. Up about almost 50 points. Push the even number. Looks like even number is rejected for now. So let's see. Getting some good volatility here off of this number, so I mean, yeah, that was a 50-point rally. short here at 680. Let's try. We missed the we caught this one, so we're doing something there. Take that to break even, and we'll wait a minute. That's an entry. That's the break even. See if it keeps going. So this one already up 548 off Tradeify. That's a pretty nice trade so far today. From the 690s to the 720s. And Apex also up 550 so far. Okay. This was my basically my first pullback after some volumes injected. Just try to get on that next leg up. I mean, the nice thing was it was right off an even number, which is like a known rejection level. So it was pretty predictable. I mean, you never know. This thing could have rejected all the way back down, but we saw it starting to push back up here in the 690, so we just took some stabs to get on the move and rode it up for 30 points. Apex we didn't get on until almost 700, but we did get on and also got a 30-point ride, so This will be interesting to see how we trade up to market open. If we reverse all this action or if we keep going. I mean, it is Friday, so we do have a tendency to be bullish on a Friday. Liquidity is going to be a little bit lower on average, but we definitely have the potential for more volume with the PCE number that came out today. So yeah, we're going to watch this pretty closely. See what sets up. Already up 550 for the day. We could easily call it. Call it a win, lock it up. The struggle is I want to do better, but this was already like really good. But we got time, so you know what, we'll just sit here, see if we see something obvious that we should trade structure-wise. Pull back to 730 here. Right now it's obvious structure is upside. Got this low back here, I mean, and I think even got you also have, so this double bottom that we saw form yesterday on stream, you had another pullback, deep pullback come and test that low, and then we went into Asia with some gradual pulling back, found a low in this 575, 580 area, right in there, with 1, 2, 3 hits, and then from here you see you got higher, low, basically a parabolic curve going exponentially higher. But since it is a parabolic curve, for now I think the smart play is just to sit on the sideline and wait, see what happens on market open, but tempted to lock it up on a Friday, guys. Already tempted to lock it up on a Friday. I only took, Apex I literally took one losing trade and then hit a massive winner. Not sure why some of these, like this one is registering, this is 560 and this one's 600, but yeah, and then it would be probably the same thing in Tradeify, but slightly higher fees. Yeah. Only yeah, so this was a $40 trade, but you can see with the fees, it cost me $51.52. Or yeah, $11.52 in 2 trades. This thing's pulling back now off of this look at 550. This is always bearish when they say it aims to open positive, but you never know. I mean, it is Friday, so they could be like doing the double fake on you. But report. This is Apex, yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at Apex. $6 in fees versus 11 on Tradeify for 2 trades. Wow, what a difference. Yeah, Tradeify is expensive. I don't think I'll be scaling up on Tradeify. I mean, I'll keep trading it, but, and I know the rules are harder on Apex, but theoretically that doesn't matter with my style. What does matter is what am I paying in fees and commissions, because I do like to take a lot of low risk entries and the fees will eat me up, which I notice they have been eating me up on Tradeify. I mean, if you just go performance like this week, let's just compare it. Total losing trades has been 16.20 and total profits 39.35. But a gross P&L of 23.15 because I paid $276 in fees and commissions for 48 trades. Let's see what it is this week on Apex, if it's similar. More trades on Apex, 217, 276. More trades on Apex. Less fees and commissions. Yeah, more losing trades. But more winning trades also. Total P&L 24.88 and 20.38. 16% winners, 4% break even, 79% losses this week. That seems pretty in line with what I've been seeing and expecting. It looks like my edge has actually increased this week. I am being a little more selective about momentum. This one's still in line with what I think we were last week at 12.8, but we can confirm that last week. 13.7, yeah, about the same. 7% break even and 78% loss this week. 77% loss, 10% break even, and 12.8, yeah. But here's the chart for the week. Had one winner in Asia. Had some green, some red, some green, some red, some green. Kind of looking like Christmas, but overall, nice little curve to the upside this week. Last week, traded at some different times last week with the interest rates and whatnot. But last week also finished on a high note. Kind of like to finish on a high note. That is the ego talking, because you're going to pass on opportunities if you're going to call it a day. Yeah, this thing was putting in a deeper pullback on this second leg down, and we don't know, obviously. Yeah, we saw that PCE is in line with the so with how deep this is already getting, it's just looking like we could target either this pullback low got all these other lows that market could decide to target off of this. But and on the 1 minute it's like bear flag, so it's already like making bearish structure. But you know, it flips back and forth. It's still, to me, technically an uptrend if it finds a low anywhere in this area. We've come back and actually now push below the even number again, so we're back into the 600s. Turn away from my next milestone. Yeah, I mean, this has been a good week. Yeah, last week was minus 1,300. Huh. Why does that say minus 1,300 last week? But this is total minus 277. Which, if you look at this, how I was trading, most of that loss was from the fees and commissions. So this, yeah, if you don't have a really good edge and strategy overall, Tradeify is going to be tough to beat. Fees and commission wise. Yeah, it looks good though for the month. But 454 in fees and commissions, which is like 20% of my gross. Yeah, Tradeify is rough. Tradeify is rough. Somewhat of an attempt to put in a higher low here, it looks like. I really don't feel like trading unless I really see something juicy. We are going to stick it out, putting in chart time, but we're also going to protect what we're finding some pushback here. Let's see how Apex looks for the month. Yeah, this will have to pay another month, which is fine. This account renews on the 28th. But that'll give us a full month to push this up to the target, which is 5,500 away. So it's I almost have it at 1-to-1 with a 5K drawdown and a 5,500 target now. Just have to keep going what I got going here. So this month, 4120 total profit minus the 374 puts me at 3745. Yeah, and I've been trading this for a while, so this is interesting. Yeah, so I was trading like a more of a one-to-one system, and you can see with the larger risk, average loss at 536, average win at 490, but the win's only coming in at about a 51.2%. You can see it was really just a break-even strategy. But I learned, you know, that's what trading's about. And yeah, you put in your time. You look at what works and what doesn't. And I was seeing that this wasn't working. That I was, you know, basically just paying fees and breaking even. So I was, because of the fees, I was slightly losing. But how quick you can turn it around. With just some, I would say, mindset, but also because yeah, to get a mindset to attract this, really had to be willing to face the biggest fear, which is taking a lot of losses, and being okay with that. Having a system that loses 78% of the time and only wins 13. But now look, even net of fees and commissions, we're making it. We're making it happen. We got a nice curve going, and then like even, I feel like even like these drawdowns, we've learned from them, and you can see now our drawdowns are even less. So yeah, 27 minutes till New York Open. Clearly in a downtrend since about 540. Had this little attempt to push back up off of this 80 level, but found a break and retest on this 03 or whatever. Already pushed down another almost 30 points, so and it was nice to trade the long side here. I gotta tell you, to get this trade on, ride this breakout with like little to no pullback. Short side is always doing some crazy pullbacks. I mean, both sides do pullbacks. Like if you would have been trying to trade in this, you know, chop before it actually did this, it's different. It's a different environment for sure. But anyway, I might come back at 6:30, but I might just call this a day, guys. Call it a week. It's been a good week. It's been a good month of trading. keep it going in October when we come back. Monday will be the 29th already, so we're just a couple days away from flipping the calendar to a new month. And yeah, just like trying to make slow steps. I mean, of course I want to see my growth exponential. That's not realistic in anything, so if you can just make small steps towards being a better trader, that's what counts, you know. Keep putting in the time, learn from the mistakes, learn from the drawdowns, how you can reduce those stretches of when you're taking losing trades, avoiding the areas of chop, and getting in on the momentum. Keeping that risk tight. I mean, all the stuff people tell you, it all has its little pieces of truth, and then there's also just observing human behavior to figure out what works and what doesn't, observing market behavior. It all plays a part in this game, basically, we're playing. Yeah, and a big part of the game is in your head, to master your own emotions, to not chase, but to be on the move when it's moving. Yeah, we're gonna call it a day, guys. So, like I said, maybe I'll come back at 6:30, but for now, this is Trader Joe, signing out.